Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Dream Power Astrology. I'm Virginia Palmer, Dr. V, evolutionary astrologer, Lemurian dreamer, and transformer. Well, here we are. Pluto has moved into Aquarius, as everybody knows. It's on YouTube. And there's so many great readers, astrologers and readers about all this energy and the Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries in the spring. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you some tips of keeping your resonance high. This Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, the humanitarian, it's electrical, it's air, so it's all around us. Very different from Capricorn, of course. So, first, I'm going to tell you a dream that I had, and this was last week. I asked the dreamers, I did the Lemurian dreamer ritual before going to bed. I was and am a Lemurian dreamer. And for those that don't know, Lemurian was ancient civilization before Atlantis. It was the blueprint for humanity. It went on for thousands of years. The dreamers dreamed the reality. Our physical reality first is dreamed or imagined, and then it manifests. So we've heard all our spiritual lives, oh, this is a dream. We're going to wake up from the old dream and dream a new dream. So here we are. That old dream, of course, obviously still going on. So I asked the dreamers for a healing dream. I wasn't all that specific. And so I was dreaming all night and I would wake up and knew I was dreaming. And sometimes the dreams, you don't need to know what it's going on because it's going on energetically. But as I was waking in the morning, I was lucid dreaming, still dreaming, very, very much so, but lucid. I was aware of dreaming. And some official person, I don't know who it was, came running into an official room. Was it the White House? Maybe. Senate? It was official. It was government. And he's waving a paper and saying, I've got the evidence of the data breach, of the steal of the election and the Starlink, the Musk, the blah, blah, blah. So that means a lot. Every dream means a lot. Many layers. It's the message of your soul and your higher consciousness. No, even though they may seem crazy, like they mean a lot. So it's not a frivolous thing. So we'll see. I wanted to let you know. All right. So here we are. Yes, up and down in our emotions. And I had an experience yesterday. I feel great most all the time. I have a lot of love in my life. I've got a wonderful, loving relationship, partnership. I have loving friends, family, community, spiritual community, musical community. So I'm very grateful. And I've worked on it all of my life since I was a teenager. Seriously, very deep healing. So, yes, I've experienced anger, grief. So here's several things that I'm doing. One is I heard some great person talking about what's going on in our country and what has happened, and that's the racism, misogyny, and hubris. So much of that's there. The last grasp of trying to keep control, the old patriarchy. So knowing that, okay, so let's replace it in our vibration with I am worthy, I deserve, I am enough. And by the same token, all right, we know the players, we know who they are. Yeah, feel that, express that anger because you don't want to just express and then send light or eventually get to compassion. Who would want to be them? No, they're so wounded. These are childhood wounds that they've become uh, really quite nasty in a lot of ways, as we know, and the ego. But so the compassion is, for me, the way through, the way out, and forgiveness. So those are the themes of the express, release, that's the transform, put out a new dream for them, send them light, compassion, healing to their inner child, and then receive. Because, as Michelle Obama has said, when they go low, we go high. So always know that the Aquarian energy that we will be in for 20 years is vibrational energy. Yes, a lot of new technology, a lot of new, it's breakthroughs from our old beliefs, breakthroughs from our old patterns. I just made a breakthrough yesterday. I was watching, I like Nicole Wallace, and I'd been feeling great. And I thought, well, I'll check into that. And there were some things going on, and I did a nosedive. I went, oh no. So I got a message loud and clear. I'm not going to I'll watch periodically, but I'll get a lot of my news from Stephen Colbert. Bill and I love to watch Stephen Colbert and Seth. And yes, some YouTube people, Tom Hartman, the Midas Touch. But my first degree is in journalism and political science. My first job was at the Texas Senate, creating the whole media communication department. So that's part of my energetic makeup. But I just broke that old habit. I went, no, my vibration went down, period. Got to keep it high. All right. So I taught personal growth and awareness and leadership and group dynamics at Austin Community College in the 80s. So I used to hear some of the tips I would say to the students, because again, we're going to be talking about personal and global dreams for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Before going to bed at night, take a moment and go back through your day and acknowledge the things that you did that made you feel good about yourself. Very quick, easy, but that changes your vibration. When you wake up in the morning, instead of just jumping out, well, I meditate, I'm dreaming and get the information for the dream and do other things. But it, if you just take a minute, call the dreamers in, call your higher self, and go through your day and how you want it to be, or just putting it out there and then receive how it's going to be. Um, Remember the gratitude journals that we used to have? Have a little notebook, your gratitude notebook. Write those things down. Remember during the day what you're grateful for. Again, keeping that vibration high. Another thing that I just came to is sparkles. Throughout your day, you can see sparkles all around, whether it's the sun through the trees or on the water, or someone at the store and they had you said, oh, what a nice necklace. I do that a lot just because I notice it and do it. And the sparkle that it creates within the other person and the momentary connection. This is very Aquarian. So look for the sparkles. Plus, again, it raises your vibration. It brings you back in balance, back into your heart, back into okay, we're all humans. We're in this boat together. Some, are still doing other things. Recognize, acknowledge, forgive, whether it's yourself or the other person, and change. Now that's a saying that I got from Lazarus. That's when you find yourself in an old habit or an old belief about not being enough. Oh, wow, ding, ding, ding. I used to have like ding, ding, ding to myself a lot, or I'd have little stick little things on my car. I'm enough, and it's just ongoing. The valued self, that's the foundation, the self-awareness, the self-esteem, the self-confidence, the self-trust, the self-love. This is yeah, you could have a daily entry in your dream journal on that. And speaking of the dream journal, yes, what are your Aquarian dreams for right now, for a year from now, 5 years, about 10 years, your personal and global dreams? Just write them out, or just a line or two. Change your belief, saying I can't have whatever the belief is. And I'm going to do another recording on belief change exercise that I've done hundreds of times, believe me. Change your belief, put the dream out, and receive. It used to be all about manifesting. I probably know about 30 at least manifesting techniques. I recently showed you the 33-second technique. But now, especially in the age of Aquarius, instead of manifesting, we're trusting, we are receiving, and it's always better than we can now imagine. So again, that self-trust, the self-love, the ongoing valued self, and the ongoing sending light and, dare I say, love to those others. I'll share a story with you. In 1996, I went with a media team from LA to Istanbul for Habitat 2, the last UN conference, and NGOs from all over the world were there. We were there a couple of weeks. I mean, it was glorious that I did my pilgrimage all through Turkey. That's another story. But there was one special night. There was what was called the Wisdom Keepers, spiritual people from all over the world gathered there. And one night we were on this big boat, a huge one, on the Sea of Bosphorus, and it was all and I sat at the knee of Pir Light, who was the great Sufi master. He was kind of like my granddaddy that lived to be 99. And I was all full of, oh, unconditional love, unconditional love. And he looked right at me. He said, and to love the unlovable. So that's where we are, to love the unlovable. They need it more than anybody. All those people that voted for you know who, which is completely voting against themselves and their interests. Uh, I'll say no more. That's the tragedy. And again, all this stuff has to come up within us individually and as humanity, as a country, as a world, as we are evolving fast. Aquarius is air, electricity, it's community, it's breakthroughs, it's thinking outside the box. I mean, a year from now, it's going to be real different, real different. So sparkle on. I love the sparkles, and you'll start seeing it everywhere. Another thing I used to tell my students, where the concentration goes, the energy flows. So reach for the best, discard the rest, which takes processing, changing those old beliefs, especially about self and humanity. It's especially what we're seeing now in humanity. They need help. They need our compassion forgiveness and they need our love and we need it. So anyway, thank you so much. I feel better and onward, onward, upward, and keep the vibrations high. Sweet Aquarian dreams. All right, I will see you soon, next time. All right. Dream on. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Bye.